The shocking allegations surrounding Princess Diana's death have resurfaced, with authorities now reviewing sensational claims suggesting she was murdered by the British government. The announcement of Diana, Princess of Wales, being killed in a car accident alongside her partner, defying, shocked the world. The royal family recently added to this turmoil with a startling revelation that sent ripples through the palace corridors. Several royals are openly defying traditions, visibly distressed, and choosing their own paths. This upheaval has rekindled buried stories, especially those of Diana's tragic life and enigmatic death, which continue to haunt the royal narrative. With these sudden disclosures, what other long-concealed secrets might emerge? Let's unravel the mysteries they've hidden for so long. Diana's struggles with love and loyalty have once again become a focus as ongoing issues within the royal family come to light. Some royals appear dissatisfied with their lives and are forging independent paths. Amid this, an intriguing revelation from decades past has resurfaced, shared by someone once close to the royal family. This has reignited discussions about Diana's untimely death. Tensions escalated further with the discovery of an old letter written by Diana herself, hinting at a secret that could shake the monarchy to its core. Diana Spencer, born on July 1, 1961, into a noble family, was known for her shy and quiet demeanor. She first met Prince Charles through her older sister, Lady Sarah Spencer, who had a brief relationship with him in the late 1970s. When Sarah ended the relationship, declaring she wouldn't marry Charles despite his royal status, it paved the way for Diana to meet him. This sparked a romance that the world closely followed. In 1980, 19-year-old Diana began dating 32-year-old Charles, despite their significant age gap, which later caused tension in their relationship. From the outset, Diana felt uneasy, particularly due to Charles's lingering feelings for his ex-girlfriend, Camilla Parker Bowles. His emotional attachment to Camilla was evident, leaving Diana questioning his commitment to her. Their engagement announcement was marked by a now infamous interview in which Charles gave a vague response to whether he truly loved Diana, saying, "Whatever love means." Despite her doubts, the pressures of royal life and her inexperience led her to suppress these feelings. On July 29, 1981, their wedding at St. Paul's Cathedral in London was dubbed the "Wedding of the Century," with 750 million viewers worldwide. Diana wore an iconic ivory silk gown designed by David and Elizabeth Emanuel, featuring a 25-foot train. The event was glamorous, with over 3,500 guests, including world leaders and celebrities. However, beneath the beauty and grandeur, their marriage faced serious issues. Soon after their wedding, it became evident that Charles was still emotionally involved with Camilla, compounding Diana's struggles in adapting to royal life. The public saw their union as a fairy tale, but the reality was far more difficult. Diana endured feelings of neglect and loneliness, realizing Charles's affection for Camilla overshadowed their relationship. Over time, this tension became public, especially after Diana's candid 1995 interview on BBC's Panorama, where she opened up about her struggles. In this interview, Diana revealed her deep emotional struggles, feeling ignored by Charles and longing for his affection. She recounted moments of desperation, including an incident while pregnant with Prince William, where she threw herself down the stairs at Sandringham, hoping Charles would show concern. To her dismay, his reaction was cold and indifferent. Although the baby was unharmed, this incident highlighted Diana's profound isolation and emotional pain. These revelations painted a heartbreaking picture of a woman grappling with betrayal and loneliness, all while navigating her duties as a member of the royal family. Diana's story remains a powerful reminder of the human struggles behind the public facade, and her life continues to captivate and inspire, even decades after her tragic passing. Charles's relationship with Camilla was ongoing and became a huge point of conflict in his marriage. In a famous interview, Diana said their marriage had 3 people in it, hinting at the deep pain she felt knowing Charles's heart was divided. As their marriage continued to fall apart, she still tried to fix things while finding comfort in her public duties, which brought her recognition and respect for her charitable work. These revelations highlighted how hard she worked to find happiness and a sense of belonging while dealing with the painful reality of living a public life filled with personal heartache. Though she found comfort and recognition through her charity work, she faced ongoing struggles at home. In 1992, she and Charles decided to separate, and by 1996, they officially divorced. During this time, Diana faced immense public and private pressure. She often spoke about how hard she tried to repair their relationship, but Charles's close connection with Camilla made reconciliation impossible. When their divorce was finalized, she accepted that she couldn't win Charles's love. Their rocky relationship left deep emotional scars but also helped her become more resilient and independent. Diana shifted her focus to raising her sons, Prince William and Prince Harry, and continued her humanitarian work. These roles gave her purpose, and she became beloved worldwide as the people's princess. However, constant media attention became a dangerous factor in her life. On that fateful night, Diana and Dodi Fayed were staying at the Ritz Hotel in Paris, owned by Dodi's father. After spending the evening there, they tried to leave quietly, hoping to avoid the paparazzi who followed them everywhere. Their desire for privacy led to a tragic car accident that ended both their lives and left the world in shock. A group of photographers had gathered outside the hotel, eager to snap pictures, but Diana and Dodi slipped out the back door to avoid being seen. They were heading to Dodi's apartment in Paris, with Henri Paul, the Ritz Hotel's temporary head of security, driving the car, and Trevor Rees-Jones, Dodi's personal bodyguard, accompanying them. Unfortunately, the photographers quickly figured out their route and began chasing them aggressively. These same photographers had followed Diana throughout her stay in Paris, but now their pursuit became even more intense. As the car sped away, tragedy struck in the Alma Tunnel. The black Mercedes they were in raced into the tunnel under the Alma Bridge at very high speed, trying to escape the photographers. Shortly after entering the tunnel, the car crashed into a pillar while traveling about 65 miles per hour. The impact was devastating. Dodi Fayed and Henri Paul died instantly, while Diana was critically injured but still alive. Emergency responders arrived quickly and rushed Diana to the Petit-Salpêtrière hospital. The journey took nearly 2 hours, but despite their efforts, she passed away a few hours later. Trevor Rees-Jones survived, though he was severely injured and faced a long recovery. The investigation into the crash revealed shocking details. French authorities found that Henri Paul had been drinking, with his alcohol level 3 times over the legal limit, which was identified as the main cause of the accident. Additionally, none of the passengers except Rees-Jones had been wearing seat belts, which significantly reduced their chances of surviving. Diana's death shocked the world. She was not only admired for her beauty and elegance but also for her kindness and ability to connect with people. Her involvement in humanitarian efforts left a lasting legacy, even as the world mourned the loss of the people's princess. Humanitarian work and her ability to relate to everyday people made her loved by many. When she passed away, millions mourned her loss, feeling a deep sadness that such a compassionate person was taken so suddenly. There was also a lot of anger directed at the paparazzi, who were often blamed for invading her privacy. This raised important questions about how public figures should be treated and how journalism should be handled more responsibly. Despite these discussions, the world continued to grieve over the sudden and tragic way her life ended. One of the people hit hardest by her death was her butler, Paul Burel. Paul had worked for her for over 10 years, and during that time, their relationship became much more than just boss and employee. Burel had started out as a young boy from a working-class family in Derbyshire, England. His dream of working for the royal family began when he saw the changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace as a child. From that moment, he knew he wanted to be part of the royal household. At 18, Burel's dream came true when he got a job at Buckingham Palace, working as a footman for Queen Elizabeth II. He quickly showed how hardworking and professional he was. In 1987, he became her personal footman, and from there, his role grew. When she and Prince Charles separated in 1992, Burel's job focused even more on supporting her. He became her butler and eventually her personal assistant, taking care of her household and traveling with her on many trips. Their bond grew stronger with time. Burel wasn't just an employee, he became one of her most trusted friends. He was there during some of her hardest times, offering support when she faced the pressures of being a royal, dealt with the media, or focused on her charitable work. He often spoke about how much he admired her for her genuine compassion and her commitment to helping others. But when the news of her death reached him, Burel's world fell apart. The loss hit him hard, showing just how deep a connection they had built over the years. This bond wasn't just professional, it was personal. However, that wasn't the only difficult part. With the world mourning, hidden struggles and legal battles emerged, highlighting the unseen trials of a royal confidant. He was deeply shaken when he got the news while on vacation in Italy, and the sadness that followed completely overwhelmed him. Having spent so much of his time helping her through her tough times, he later wondered if being there that night could have made a difference and prevented her death. As time went on, he became an important figure in keeping her memory alive after her tragic passing. He even wrote a few books about his time with her, such as A Royal Duty and The Way We Were. These books shared insights into their close relationship. However, sharing personal details of her life after her death caused some people, especially the royal family, to criticize him. Still, Burrell insisted he revealed these stories out of loyalty to her, believing the public should know the truth about her life. For Paul Burrell, her death wasn't just a professional loss, it was deeply personal. She wasn't just a princess, she was a close friend. Her sudden death became a turning point in his life, giving him the responsibility to keep her memory alive. In 1997, when she passed away, a chain of events began that eventually brought her former butler into the public eye. This culminated in a major legal case in 2002, where Burrell was accused of stealing over 30,000 items from her estate, including personal letters and photos. Clothing and valuable gifts were at the center of accusations against Paul Burrell after the police searched his home and found many of Princess Diana's belongings. He was arrested and charged with theft, facing the possibility of a long prison sentence. Overnight, the media attention surrounding the case became immense, and doubts about Burrell's intentions began to spread. Paul Burrell consistently claimed he was innocent, stating that the items in question weren't stolen. Instead, he explained that Diana herself had asked him to keep them safe. According to him, she was concerned her personal belongings might be misused after her death and entrusted them to him for protection. The legal battle gained worldwide media attention, with every detail being scrutinized for weeks. In November 2002, Burrell, who had served as Princess Diana's butler, found himself in the middle of a high-profile trial when an unexpected revelation changed everything. Queen Elizabeth II disclosed that Burrell had informed her he was holding onto some of Diana's personal items after her passing. This revelation was surprising because it hadn't been mentioned earlier in the trial. The Queen's statement turned the case on its head, leading to the charges against Burrell being dropped. Before this, Burrell had been accused of stealing valuable items belonging to Diana, Prince Charles, and Prince William. These included a model boat, a bracelet, earrings, and a diamond flower. The prosecution argued he had no right to keep or sell these items, but Burrell maintained he was safeguarding them to return to the family. Without proof of his claims during the trial, Burrell's defense initially appeared weak. However, the Queen's statement provided clarity, confirming she knew of Burrell's actions and had no objection to them. This undermined the prosecution's case and quickly led to the trial's conclusion. The judge and courtroom were astonished by this twist, which marked the end of the legal proceedings. Despite his acquittal, Burrell's reputation suffered. Public gossip and media scrutiny placed intense focus on the personal lives of the royal family. The case highlighted the influence the royals could exert on legal matters, especially when unexpected facts emerged. Following the trial, Burrell decided to share his side of the story with the public, selling his account to a newspaper for a significant sum. Meanwhile, other royal staff accused of similar offenses chose to remain silent, emphasizing their loyalty to the royal family rather than seeking attention. The trial also prompted an internal investigation to review the handling of such cases involving royal staff. Led by a former police chief, the inquiry aimed to improve legal and procedural processes, avoiding dramatic turns like those in Burrell's case. Even after his acquittal, Burrell continued to share details about Diana's life and death through interviews and books. He claimed she had feared for her safety in the months leading up to her fatal car crash in Paris. According to Burrell, Diana had written him a letter expressing concerns about a plot to stage a car accident to end her life. Burrell described Diana as genuinely believing powerful individuals were conspiring against her due to her outspoken views and global humanitarian work. These claims reignited debates about her death, which many had accepted as a tragic accident. While some questioned Burrell's motives, wondering if he sought attention, his words made others reconsider the official narrative. On the night of Diana's death, her driver, Henri Paul, was speeding and under the influence. This resulted in the devastating crash in the Pont de El Alma tunnel, shocking the world. A 2008 investigation concluded that her death was caused by her driver's mistakes and the paparazzi chase. However, Burrell's statements have kept questions alive, fueling ongoing discussions about whether the full truth has been revealed. Regardless of the cause of her death, Diana is remembered for her compassion and dedication to helping the less fortunate. One of her most impactful moments came in 1987 when she shook hands with an AIDS patient without wearing gloves. This bold and caring act challenged misconceptions about the disease and garnered global attention. In 1997, Diana again made headlines by walking through an active minefield in Angola to support the fight against landmines. Her actions contributed to the signing of the Ottawa Treaty, which banned these dangerous weapons. Diana's acts of courage and kindness left a lasting legacy, inspiring compassion and humanity worldwide. She didn't just save lives, she changed the way the world thought about critical issues. What do you think was Princess Diana's most impactful moment? Comment your thoughts below and don't forget to subscribe for more discussions on historical figures.